Hello again, math friends. Today we're going to take a look at some more factoring by grouping. Remember that when we factor by grouping, we have to find a group that has a common factor to it, and then factor that common factor out. So if I'm going to factor this expression, I need to first of all look at 3x plus 3y. I can factor a 3 out of that, and I'm left with x plus y. And in this set, I can factor out an m, and I'm left with x plus y. Now, this has an x plus y, and this has an x plus y. So if I take this x plus y and sort of factor it out, then what's left is 3 plus m. If I were to multiply this back out, I would take x and multiply it by 3 and get 3x, and x and multiply it by m and get mx. Take y and multiply it by 3 and get 3y, and take y and multiply it by m and get my. Let's take a look at another example. Here I'm going to take this first group. There's an m common to both, so I'm going to take the m and factor it out. I'm left with c minus d. In this pair, there's an r. If I factor the r out, I also have c minus d. And now if I take this out, divide it out, factor it out, I'm left with m plus r. C times m is cm, or mc. C times r is cr, or rc. Negative d times m is negative md. Negative d times r is negative rd. Okay, here we're going to complicate things just a little bit. So in this pair, I can factor out an x squared, and I'm left with w minus y. And over here, I can factor out, I'm going to factor out, because I want w minus y, if I factor out a 4, then I'd end up with negative w plus y. And that's not the same thing. I can't factor that out. So what I need to factor out is a negative 4, so that I get positive w. Negative 4 times w is negative 4w, minus y, so that negative 4 times negative y gives me a positive 4y. Now I can factor out the w minus y, and I'm left with x squared minus 4. This should look familiar to you. It's the difference of two squares, so it will actually factor down further into x plus 2, x minus 2. If I were to multiply all of that back out, it would simplify down to that. So do you see the process is exactly the same, but we ended up with a binomial that itself could factor down even further. Okay, here I have a k to the 4th and a k to the 4th. And if I factor that out, I get x plus y. And here I can factor out a negative p to the 4th, and I'm also left with x plus y. Be careful here. Negative p to the 4th times positive y is a negative p to the 4th y. Now I'm going to factor the x plus y out, and I'm left with k to the 4th minus p to the 4th. Once again, this is the difference of two squares, so it will factor into k squared minus p squared times k squared plus p squared. But once again, we have another difference of two squares. So this factors into k plus p, k minus p, and we still have the k squared plus p squared, which does not factor. The sum of two squares does not factor. The difference of two squares does factor. Well, hopefully that cleared up a little bit of factoring by grouping. Check out all of our videos on our YouTube channel at Mathman1962. We also have some free interactive math activities at our EdTech website. That's edtech.dnjdesigns.org. That's it for today. Thanks again. See you next time.
If you liked this video, please click the thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please click the subscribe button. If you want to be notified about new videos, please click the notification button.